This meeting between the President of China, Xi Jinping, and the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, is a very significant development. It is an informal summit between two heads of state and government of these two countries who meet in a very informal setting, but naturally at the summit level, and discuss issues just between the two of them, not with a full delegation each, to discuss outstanding issues between two countries. This method helps clarify each other's positions on sensitive issues, help develop better understanding between the two leaders, and therefore is an important stage in the management of bilateral relations. The last two rounds have been very successful, and we expect that this round will also lead to very substantive results. The very nature of this meeting is that there is no fixed agenda, and hence both leaders can discuss any issues that they decide to raise at this meeting. Of course, there's certain clarity regarding that prior to the meeting is essential. There are outstanding issues between us. There are major global developments and changes taking place which needs to be discussed between the two leaders, and hence these will be addressed. On the bilateral questions, once again, we'd like to establish a better understanding regarding the current state of relations between India and Pakistan. I'm sure Xi Jinping would like to know more about it, and we have to also tell him as to our view of the developments that have taken place in the India-Pakistan relations, particularly in relation to Kashmir. Global developments. Now, the major tariff war between US and China is causing serious difficulties around the world. Not only is the global economy being affected as a result of that, it has hurt Indian economy as well. And therefore, the economic slowdown in India is a matter of some concern to us. Can we discuss these issues? If the China-US trade and tariff conflict situation improves, it will help the global economy as well. Then there are larger global geopolitical issues. It's a stage of competition between the US and China. The impending presidential elections in the US and Trump's changing positions on various global issues are causing concerns, not only in China, particularly in relation to the tariff war, but also around the world, issues such as developments in the Indo-Pacific, developments in Eurasia, and developments in West Asia. So these are very important questions on which both leaders would like to inform each other, express their views, and also to obtain the other's views regarding their thinking on these issues. Yes, these are discussions, sometimes even without an interpreter and with just minimal interaction, no group meeting or no sort of formal meeting between two sides with delegations between of each side being present. Perhaps many of these will be without any delegation meeting at all. And so therefore, there are no formal records are apparently kept. At least in Indian side, there was no formal record being available. The Foreign Secretary only carried out a general briefing as to what were discussed between the two leaders. And so that is an informal sort of information to the general audience regarding what were discussed. But let there be no doubt, these are very substantial discussions on very substantial issues of concern to both countries. Now, once again, discussions of this nature, being in the nature of trying to find out each other's views, policies, national priorities, etc., no formal outcome is likely. But hopefully, if there is free and frank dialogue between the two leaders, there will be better understanding and clarity over these issues between the two leaders. One of the reasons for this meeting, and also the importance of this meeting, is that given the changing realities of geopolitics worldwide, it is important that both sides understand each other's views. I feel that there is a certain amount of disquiet regarding India's thinking of China's position on Jammu and Kashmir, on relations between China and Pakistan, and of course, from the Chinese perspective, relations between India and the US. What is the nature of this relationship? Is it some sort of an alliance? Is it some sort of a strategic partnership? And if so, what does that actually mean? So there would be these doubts, and these clarifications would probably be required by either side. And so, therefore, not just the on surface issues, but there are in depth analysis required, and clarity on many of these would be important to both leaders.